Joe just
got me in the eye. Ah!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on another wonderful. I mean, we've had the best weather in October, September.
Well, I couldn't believe it today.
I feel bad for the runners tomorrow in Chicago. Yeah. So we're here live from Chicago, Illinois, and tomorrow is the Bank of America Chicago Marathon, and it.
I like how you want Bank of America. I think you've done the sponsorship out there.
Listen, how about
it's honestly like the biggest marathon in Illinois.
Well, it's probably the Midwest. It's good. Yeah. I think the New York Marathon's the and then Boston. So New York, Boston.
Yeah, I don't know New York and Boston.
Is there an LA Marathon?
There is an LA Marathon. Bert Kreischer ran it without any preparing at all for it.
Yeah.
But I think the Chicago Marathon's like one of everybody wants to get on the list.
Yeah.
But tomorrow is not the day you want to be running.
It's supposed to be like 80s.
80 degrees. This is, I mean, the last one that was close to this temperature-wise, I think it was 90, right?
Yeah.
And people were dropping like flies.
Like 90 or it was 90 degrees?
I'm sorry. No, it was the degrees. It was 90 degrees out.
It was really warm.
And
that was like 5 years ago, I think.
Yes, I think it's gotten so hot too that they've canceled it before.
I'm just hoping the weather stays nice for another 7 days.
Yes. Oh yeah, because of golf next Saturday.
Or at least one day of the 7 days would be good.
Yeah.
62 next Saturday.
That's perfect.
Oh, nice.
I still want it to rain. I don't really care the temperature. I just don't want it to rain.
We haven't got much rain. I mean, again, like we said, it's
been raining like the last 4 days.
That is true. You just haven't.
When you live in a basement the whole entire week, Pat, you don't know it's raining.
Yeah, you don't notice it. All right. Jeez. Can you let me finish the business here?
Mr. Anderson gets me a time warp. That's how it gets you.
Or you just get off these tangents and never get to business. There's why you need the skip function.
It's like a casino where you're like, you're sensory deprived.
Joe, this is what happens when you leave for a week.
Shut up. Get to the business.
If you're a first-time listener, thank you for joining us. If you're a repeat customer, we can't thank you enough. We're really enjoying this, and we appreciate all the fan support that we've gotten. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Podcast SMP. You can reach us at the SMPpodcast@gmail.com. We are proudly presented by DLM Tax and Accounting. We are in the last quarter. If you're looking for an accountant, you got 1 week. If you're a late filer, you got 1 week to get your stuff done. Don't call DLM Tax because they can't help you. But if you're looking for
the four guys at the table probably haven't filed their returns yet either.
But thank you again for joining us. We have a wonderful night coming up. We got a good pregame coming here. I want to start this off with a little congratulations. There's a guy in this room. No, stop. Let me go this route, please.
Okay.
Let me go this route.
Chris does the
we got a guy in this room that over the last couple of years has really grown and made some strides. And I want to tell him I'm proud of him. And Chris, last week, 25 minutes on a 20
Dude,
on a
I looked
5K.
It up. Dominated.
I can't.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, and Joe got engaged. But Chris,
that was incredible.
In 2019, Chris ran the Bucktown 5K at 38.
Like 39 minutes.
30. Let's round up. 39 minutes. This man last Sunday trucking it. Unfortunately, he got beat by a woman.
Some lady just.
That was
shot out of a cannon.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
But this man, 25. What was it? 25.
25. I think it was 25 on the dot.
I think it was like 25:09.
It was like either 25:02 or 25.
And we brought him up. We brought him some bubbly.
Yes.
We brought him some bubbly.
Dude.
We just.
Okay. He had a great time. So did you. You ran sub 7-minute miles.
Yeah, and I felt it all week. My hip. Not to sound like an old man or complain, and I was very lucky to just have a great very, very a wonderful run. Like it was very easy up right till the end. But my hip has been. Somehow pulled my hip, and it is like there's nothing. There's a lot. Like your back and your hips, I think, are probably the worst spots. There's so many nerve endings.
Peter, you gotta save yourself for ripping and tearing.
The people there were disappointed.
Oh, I know.
The organizers at the event disappointed. They put my ass in Group B. I've never been that high up.
That's
Group
awesome.
B. Do you know who they put Joe Keneally at? Group B. They knew what was going to happen.
There was going to be a showdown.
Yeah. You were going to be that girl at the end of the race.
You're both going to get blown up by the girl at the other race.
That's what happened last weekend. I had a mental breakdown, and I couldn't deal with it mentally. I was like, and I just broke down. I broke down.
But I'll be honest, Joe, I can't tell you. We're all a little like Friday, Saturday. We understand. Hey, you were sick. We're like, I'll give him some time. By Saturday, and you were still not feeling well, and Sarah told us we were all getting a little because even if it wasn't COVID, the flu can turn into it just could bad things can happen.
I came home Thursday.
So I just want to say we're happy, very happy we're back, and we're happy it wasn't as bad. Or didn't get worse than it was.
Yeah, it was. I legitimately thought I had COVID, so I came home Thursday, and I was feeling sick, and I was like, I'll see what I feel like in the morning. And early in the morning, I woke up at 6:30, and I was just like stuffed up. My body was sore. I was kind of sweating a little bit, and I called off. And I was like, let me go to the doctor because my immediate thought was COVID. Yeah. Everybody's getting COVID. I go there and they said no. Well, they gave the test, and it wasn't the immediate test. Like it was one of the call-in ones, or one of the ones that they call you back to let you know. And went through that, tested negative for COVID, but said you probably have it's just a bad flu, if it's not COVID. And they called back. They said not COVID, but I slept. Yeah. Almost the entire week. There was I lost 5 to 7 pounds because I didn't eat anything over the weekend, and then I even missed work Monday. And Tuesday was the first day I started feeling good again. Started eating again, drinking water. But I was able to work from home the next couple days.
It's kind of scary.
I believe in you that you can get that weight back up in no time.
I already packed it on in there just to be safe.
Just to be safe. No, but you know what, Joe? And I know the Bucktown's your favorite race.
I was so bummed, dude.
But I'll be honest with you.
You would have lost. You would have lost.
I don't think this year, and I think it was because it feels like it was kind of rushed. There were no vendors, really very little vendors.
Really?
You got a banana. And that's but I don't want to over-complain because it's nice to be back.
It's one of the nicer ones because it ends in that
park and stuff.
Schoolyard. Yeah. And so it's big, enormous, got a bunch of
It was
tents.
just not... It felt like it was people were still very COVID scared. Yeah. Not a lot of people there, not any vendors. There was maybe 4 or 5 vendors.
Okay, so we did the Flossmoor Half Marathon.
Yep.
What was that was a whole town celebration at the end of it. I'm guessing the opposite end of the spectrum of that.
But and you know how Flossmoor you had so much you could do afterwards.
Yeah.
It literally you walked to the place, you could buy some merchandise. They just gave out the awards and
that was it. Yeah, you were done by time.
Yeah.
Where usually it's it's a little bit of there's music, it's like a
there's
jam,
a party, they have a DJ,
you get drinks, you could get it.
These guys are trying to find any excuse to get out to get the taxes. They're like, come on, let's go, people.
Let's go. But it was a good run and it's a good step up to the next one. Hot chocolate, baby.
Yeah.
You got Sexy Pepsi running the hot chocolate now.
We only have one person.
Only one person hasn't signed up yet. Pat.
Which one are you running?
I'm running the 5K.
5K?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it only me and you doing the...
Yeah, I think so. There's not a lot of people want to step up.
9
yeah,
miles?
it's 9 1/4 or something.
We'll be wheeling around Peter around in Vegas.
Well, I guess... oh, no. That's only... Vegas is going to be the 21st.
Yeah, but Hip will be all jacked up.
No.
When is the hot chocolate?
That's first weekend in November.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So we're okay.
So you got 3 weeks to get the hip healed, Peter.
Oh, yeah, plenty of time. You'll roll it out. You'll be fine.
I'll be
fine.
But we can just fake it. We'll get you the little things, premium access on the flights.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was listening to Steve-O and Bobby Lee's. Steve-O's got a podcast, and he had Bobby Lee on it. And he was talking about one time he was on a flight, and he was having a cigarette. And you're not supposed to have a cigarette, but he thought that it wasn't a federal offense if you... He only thought it was a federal offense if you tampered with the smoke detector in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's like, I'll just light up. Mm-hmm. And, it's not a federal offense. I'll take my misdemeanor. I need a cigarette. Lights up. The guy's like, can you please just not do that? But, puts the cigarette out in his arm. 5 seconds later, lights another cigarette. And the guy's like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. You can't do this.
Who's just saying that to him? Is that
the flight attendant?
Oh, okay.
The flight attendant.
Wasn't there an oxygen issue with, the fire, right? The lighting of it?
Well, there's actually a lot of issues.
I'm sure there's I mean, they used to, here's the thing. They used to smoke on planes.
Yes.
So,
then some lady's hair went up or something like that.
No, that might be one of the... I think it was a few reasons.
Because of those beehive hair things
Yes, a few of those, but I think, another reason is more people walking around with oxygen tanks, and one had a leak, and it blew up the plane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so the insurance, it became more of an insurance. They didn't care about people's health. It became more of an insurance issue.
Insurance
because
hazard?
you're right,
okay.
hair, you're in close quarters, stuff like that. it wasn't about people's health or like. But so Steve-O, when they landed the plane, he had to be escorted off the plane, and the one guy, Bobby Lee's like, well, it's like you got what do they call that when you get pre-boarding?
Pre-check?
Yeah, pre-check. It's like you got pre-exiting. Like, as he got walked off. And I thought about, like, Steve-O was... You look at Steve-O now, and compare it to when he was just an absolute drug addict.
Oh, man. So much healthier looking.
It's insane. Like,
it's
so
crazy
it's possible.
that you can look that bad
yes.
and then come back from it.
And
like, rebound and just be normal.
And, like, he's taken a whole year off of masturbating.
Oh,
like,
wow.
435 days.
What does that have to do with the rest of his health?
Well, and mental health.
It's just like
he's an addict. Like, so he's a sex addict, he's a porn addict, he drug addict, alcoholic. Like, so he can't do anything that's not in.
Probably has to just be.
He's got that juggernaut just waiting for you, Pat Lynch. Just waiting for you.
But yeah, so I mean, I thought that was very interesting that he's given up like 435 days. Like I think, your nature, you're supposed to.
Wait, is he giving up? He's not having sex, though.
I don't know. Didn't really get into that, Pat. I'll talk to him and let you know.
To be continued.
We'll circle back.
Yeah,
we'll call Stu over the podcast. We got his personal number. Maybe we'll pin him in next time.
We got some freaking fun tonight. Again, we kind of glossed over it as a joke, but we have one guy on the podcast taking the deep end, jumping. Diving in, baby. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies more than gentlemen. But gentlemen might be upset too. Joe Keneally is off the market completely. And so we're going out tonight. We're going to celebrate that. We got a little bit of
the women of Chicago go wild.
We got a little bit of the bubbly. So Joe, whenever you're ready, you can pop that bad boy so we can celebrate with a little.
Maybe we can get that knife.
Let me get the knife, and muck that up.
Fun story is Katrina's like, do you know what happened to the knife? Why there's like a nick on it?
Oh
no!
It was the old. It was the old knives anyway, so it didn't matter.
Okay.
But I'm like, how did she notice that?
I specifically remember Pat going, "Use this knife.
Just in case.
It's a crap knife."
But hey, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time listening, check out a podcast S&P on Instagram, and you can see Joseph.
One of our first Instagram posts.
You can see a nice
videos.
Oh, videos. Yeah.
See a solid fail.
Yeah, it is 100%.
But it was so funny, and it was so much intention.
I mean, the build up to like the execution is just like the perfect
It's like a,
and you're like, yeah.
Joe looked very confident doing it.
Oh,
he knew
man.
he was going to do. He knew he was doing
the S&P.
I had looked up so many videos, and I was like, all right, you just need a heavy blade. So I used like the back end of the knife, thinking that's the thick part. Nope, nothing. Couldn't get it. Not
close.
my life.
Next time we'll need a katana or something.
But at least you didn't cut your hand.
Yes.
It's always a good plus. But so we've got a nice steak dinner to celebrate. We've got a little bit of the bubbly, and then we got the fights tonight. And I think we should start with it's Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder.
Yep.
Me and Pat actually had a really good conversation off the podcast about this, and I'd like to get Joe's thoughts on it. Pat was asking me if we're going to bet on it, and I honestly don't. I don't know where this could go. I think this is the first fight. It was kind of they were feeling each other off the full fight, and Deontay Wilder, as he was doing prior to the last fight, was just catching somebody and knocking you out into space.
Yep.
And then the second fight, Wilder figured out that Deontay.
Fury.
Thank you. Fury couldn't. Fury figured out that Wilder couldn't fight off his back foot.
Yep.
So just destroyed him. Now, where does it go here? Is Wilder? Is he able to figure that out?
He has a new coach because he fired his coach after he felt that he threw the towel in prematurely, even though his face was getting pummeled him.
Yeah.
And he was safe, which is, I mean, Muhammad Ali would probably appreciate his coach throwing his towel maybe a little bit sooner. He wouldn't,
He might have had such issues in life possibly.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying but you're not pong drunk. Like, you have more fights at the end.
Well, as an athlete, you're always thinking you can go, right?
Yeah.
I think, the part of it's the mentality.
We've seen UFC guys with, broken legs, I can go. Like, no,
yes.
dude, your leg is facing a different direction.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple times where you've seen Chris Laban walking around the cage like a zombie, not knowing exactly where he's at. You wish somebody probably there threw the towel.
Yeah.
It was Ortega against Volkov, at the last round. He was out of his mind.
I mean, there's sometimes where you kind of wish that you'd have somebody in your corner who's like, nope, forget this.
Live
to fight another day.
In the moment, you're not going to think that. Yeah. But later in life, when you're not remembering things, you got the concussions.
Yeah.
But what are you thinking, Joe? I think it all depends on where Wilder because Fury does not look, and I don't know, he's never looked the greatest shape, but he looks a little bit bigger.
So my thoughts are this. So Fury is the better overall boxer in terms of skill and talent.
Oh, yes, 1,000%.
He is someone who knows the basics and fundamentals of boxing, top to bottom, and he can execute that. And that's what allows him to be so dangerous against someone like Fury, because he knows all the tricks and techniques to keep him off balance and keep him from using that left.
Yep.
Right? But Deontay Wilder has one of the greatest knockout power level punches, that of Mike Tyson. Yep. But for him it's all in the left hand. It's or the right hand, I think. For him is his big knockout. So he's got to be able to set up that distance and find that distance. And who's the last boxer Deontay Wilder fought, I think his last name is Kong.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Kong. Yep.
Kong. And
he was getting destroyed by Kong.
He was for most of the fight, because Kong was able to keep him from letting that lead jab come out, find his distance, just kept him from finding that distance. Because all he does is put his hand out till he gets that moment of perfect distance, and then he drops that right and takes anyone out, right?
So he's a one-trick pony, essentially.
Kind of, yeah, and he's relied on that a lot. So I don't know how much he can improve between the last fight and this fight.
It's been 2 years, right?
Having said that, this is heavyweight, and all you need is one punch to knock out. Yeah. Now, I do know Fury is the favorite to win. If you were to look at the odds, realistically, you'd probably want to bet towards Fury because he's the better skilled fighter. He's shown to kind of keep him off most fights. The first fight was kind of crazy. Second fight was in his favor, and then
the first one a draw, or was
first one was a draw. That's one he got knocked out in the 11th round.
Knocked out in the last round.
And then got up like the Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
And then the 12th round was just crazy that he was that active again. And then the next fight was a cleared.
We saw. I watched. I didn't see the first one. I watched
for Fury.
Yeah.
And now
Fury won. Yeah.
I'll never forget that fight. We were at Duffy's and we had guys all around us.
No, Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, the first one. You weren't at the first one. It was me, Joe, and Chris. And we're not. I think we're Fury fans. I don't know about you guys, but I was a Fury fan.
I didn't really give a shit either.
I was a fan. I wanted Fury to win, but God, it was such a good fight.
It was a good fight, but the guys behind us were so on Wilder's side that it was you're all getting a little tense. It was. And then when he got knocked out, they're screaming, "It's over! It's over!" And me and Joe were like, "It's not over yet!"
And he gets up, and we're like, but we're like, "Don't fight us! Yes. We don't want to fight! We don't want to start a fight! We just that he won or he got up."
It was so good. But Duffy doesn't. I was hoping that they might, because we're so close to there.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know where we can watch the fight, because Duffy hasn't played it the last few times.
Leader Bar has it, I saw on Irving.
But that's coming way back this way.
Yeah. We could probably go to Cortland.
I was thinking the pizza place or Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Augustino's?
The pizza place, but the Buffalo Wild Wings is kind of far away too, isn't it?
I don't think. No, it's right by the Duffy's. Right?
No, Buffalo Wild Wings is by Corvus, where we used to work.
It's up on Lincoln and North Avenue.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. People don't care about the podcast.
Yeah. Well, listen, this is a planned session here, ladies. So Joe, here we go. It's your day, baby. Do we want to pop the Bubbly in celebration, or do we want to start with the Buddies?
Let's have the beers, and then we'll pop the Bubbly towards the end.
I like it. So who do you got tonight, then, Joe? Who's you got?
I have Fury.
Okay.
I have Fury winning.
By decision, by knockout.
I don't think. This isn't my lock, but I think I don't think anything's
going
to happen in the early rounds. But if Fury does knock Deontay out, I'd say 6th or 7th round. Otherwise, I think it'll probably go the distance with Fury winning.
No, the one Fury.
Okay. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
With Fury winning by decision, just kind of like last time. He's not. I don't think he's going to knock out Deontay, but there's a huge. I feel like there's a possibility because Deontay's talking about retirement, and once you kind of get that in your mind, this could be one of his last fights. He might be out mentally at this point.
Yeah, I've always said.
Wait. Why does Wilder want to retire?
He just he's got thoughts about it. I saw an article about it.
Yeah, in the fight game, anyway, some people start retirement. It seems like the career goes on.
But he's got almost 45 fights under his belt too, right?
He does, yeah, and most of them by knockout. Yeah.
You gotta.
He's 42 1-1 or something. Or
wow, I didn't know. Because he started late in life. He really went at it.
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta be when you're in the fight game. You gotta be 100% in, or you're gonna lose.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Not to say you can't win, but yeah.
Pat, do you have I know that this isn't.
I'm going Fury with the knockout.
Okay, Chris?
Or TKO.
I'm going
for like a
Fury
TKO.
decision.
Okay, yeah.
I think it goes to decision, and you always favor the champ in decisions, especially in boxing. It feels like.
Okay, I think it's 4 for 4 there on that one.
So
I think
bet heavy on Wilder.
I think they also want to get the. They really like to get all 3 of those fucking belts.
Here's something crazy.
What time is it?
It's 20 minutes.
That Lynch challenge is incorrect.
Wait, hold on here. Wait, talking about shots.
I got it.
Oh no!
I think there's a friend here.
We're gonna do them next weekend, post-tax season.
Pat Lynch is.
He's ducking that. He's ducking
unless
that.
you want to take a nap tomorrow.
He threw that out last week too when he did. He's like, not next week, not next week. No.
He's ducking the shots like he owes the child support. All right, so Joe, why don't you introduce the beers?
Okay.
And Ted's definitely not going to Pat Lynch. Yeah, this is okay.
So we got 3 beers.
Well, sorry, Joe, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But Chris was his S&P fact. Check it out on the YouTubies. We talked about Oktoberfest last week being.
It's over already.
This is actually last weekend. So we did one more Oktoberfest.
One more. Yep. So this is from Munich, my understanding.
Via Costco.
Yep. Off the boat from Munich though, and it's called. I can only assume it's pronounced Spaten. Given
Spaten.
Joe, you have to do it in your creepy German accent.
The Spaten beer.
Oh yeah.
We have the Spaten Oktoberfest. We have the Spaten Premium Lager and the Spaten Optimator. Oh, the Spaten Optimator is the Uber beer amongst all the Oktoberfest beers. And
fucking love it.
Not Swiss soft, Joseph.
The Optimator, Doppelbock, the Spaten GS Premium Lager, and the Spaten Oktoberfest.
I'm okay with my Oktoberfest. So if this is more of a true Oktoberfest, I think the Leinenkugel probably is more of a true Oktoberfest than the Sammy Adams, personally.
So the both something interesting is, or I didn't notice before. The Oktoberfest and the Optimator are both malt liquors.
Ooh.
Which is like usually a heavier beer, like Delirium is a malt.
Ah, shit, 7.6% alcohol.
Yeah, this tastes more like the beers we've had on Peter.
So what's this, Pat? Because no one can see what you're pointing at.
Oh, the
Oktoberfest.
Okay.
And what's the Oktoberfest, as Joe would say. It's a 5.9%.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm not a huge fan of this lager.
Oh, please.
What's that?
I'm not a huge fan of this
Which
lager.
one did you have?
Just a lager.
I went with the lager.
And the Doppelbock's pretty good. But that's gonna be a heavy one for you.
I like the Optimator, yeah.
Yeah.
Try the Optimator, Chris.
Get in there, baby.
Oh, that tastes.
Spread the COVID out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if Joe's got the flu, we're all getting the flu.
I got a second COVID test on Monday, just to be sure. Given like how much it fucked me up. And that was just the instantaneous one that you go to CVS for, and they call back and said nothing. Sarah got a test.
That tastes like a
what is that again, Pat?
The Optimator.
Optimator.
It tastes like an amber almost.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
I like it. I thought again, like Pat. I like Pat's line.
I really like this one.
These are not ones that you're gonna drink a lot on.
No.
But you'll have if it's a party or something, you'll.
Yeah. This is definitely a seasonal beer.
Yeah.
It's not like Shandy that you can. That's a seasonal beer, but that's one that
you're doing.
You can 100% enjoy.
The fact that we got 24 of these, this is gonna be the one of that shit that sits in your fridge like 6 months now.
Oh yeah.
You're like, we got some beer. I got this shit that some guy left.
Next week we definitely need to do. Pat had a really good idea. We should do a
mystery beer.
Mystery beer.
Oh yeah.
So I'll put it in a bag. Everybody picks one out.
I think we've done it once already.
Mm-hmm. If you could do a separate bag for me, 4 Coors Lights, because all I'm waiting for is Coors Light to sponsor.
I think this is the time again where we talk to our friend Coors Light.
Of course.
Yep.
Coors Light, baby.
Just
sponsor us.
Take a little look at us. Give us a little peek. Send some vibes our way.
Send us even a wink. Just a wink.
We're gonna do a protest in front of the Miller Coors building next week.
And we're gonna be dressed up in Saturday Night Pregame. You guys
and we will be drinking Coors Light outside.
Of course, we can't.
Of
Cannot. But
you gotta hydrate while we protest.
Okay. So I had this thought last night because Old Dominion has a new album out, and I was listening to a few of the new songs.
Chris, why don't you give Peter's recap of this album?
This is too.
So Peter was talking about this album earlier, and he's like, "It's really great." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's really great. Touch Peter in places he's never been touched before." Pat Lynch was dying over at his desk.
Great story, guys.
It was great.
So we're back to my story.
So much more exciting.
So now we're gonna hear how it touches Peter in his special places.
God, Jesus, that one episode. Can a man get his bit? You two clowns do not just stop
Whoa, one second, Peter.
Well, when you're sitting here mumbling, trying to find...
I'm trying to get it out, you two jackasses.
You're mumbling around.
More concise.
You're putzing around here.
Are we done?
Are you done?
Poor Joe. No wonder he takes a sick day.
The world would like you
you what? The Old Dominion.
So, yesterday I was thinking about the Old Dominion new album, and I'd like to listen to it. And, you like to have a cocktail. I don't know if you guys listen to vinyl at all. I know you don't have it, but I love to listen to vinyl. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, would I want to have a whiskey, or what would I want to go with? I'm sorry, go right ahead.
No, do you have the new album?
No, I do not yet. So it's definitely on the list. Okay. I'm waiting for it. I don't think they have it on vinyl. I think that kind of comes a little bit later.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah. Oh, no, I can't wait to listen to it on vinyl. But I was thinking if I am sitting in my house and listening in my garage, what am I going to be drinking with it? And a lot of people would probably go whiskey or cocktail. You know what I'm honestly going with is Coors Light. Like, I'm a beer drinker. Like, I think about all the whiskeys we do, and I love trying whiskeys. But if I'm going to sit at home and have a drink on my own, which I never do, but if I'm going to, it's going to be a beer. And it's probably going to be Coors Light.
Yeah. So Coors Light, please sponsor us.
Yeah. No, but I was thinking, wonder what the guys, because we do a lot of whiskeys, we do a bunch of different beers. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to the end, on a Saturday night, if I'm out in live country, I'm either want to drink an old style.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's different.
Or I want to drink, but I want to drink an old style, I want to drink a Coors Light. And I want to listen to live music. That's what I want to do. And that's my, go-to on a Saturday night. If you have the opportunity, you're listening to Dave Matthews. What are you holding in the hand?
Am I at home or am I at the concert?
I'm assuming he's.
You're in your garage. Find a record.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews blaring some bullshit ass song that nobody cares about. What are you drinking?
Well, all the other people that care about it would be with me and listening. But anyways, Chris, I would probably go with Summer Sandy because when I think of Dave Matthews, I think of I
like it.
I think of summertime a lot because.
Are you doing the 2 and 2 or you just go straight Sandy?
I'd go with the Berry Weiss.
I love
the berry.
That was a dangerous mix for me this summer.
Berry Shandy or whatever it's called.
There was a lot of hangovers because of that stupid mix.
Just because of their concert's always in the summer tour and it reminds me of summer, so that's why I'd probably go with that.
What do you think, Joe? What's your go? Like if you in any type of music, if you're sitting in your garage, you're trying to get away from the new wife. She's just God this and Mary and Jesus, and you gotta be like, I need a break.
First of all, Joe, what are you listening to? Is a good question too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting. So right now,
not that there's anything wrong with God or Mary or Jesus. Joe just might get a little bit of it.
There's the album that comes to mind. I have an album of
Stairway to Heaven.
B.B. King at Cook County Jail.
Oh, nice.
It's a lot, and so that's the one that comes
jazz.
to mind. Yeah, little old school.
It's more blues than
old school blues. I mean, it's under the jazz umbrella, but yeah, it's blues. And
that's a good question, but I wonder what the difference is on that. But yeah, okay.
Well, you know what? Here's a great example. Green Mill, jazz.
Yes.
Kingston Mines, blues.
Really?
Yes. If you think about it, the soulful stuff that we love at Kingston Mines, that's old school.
Blues has more electric. Blues has more guitar.
Yeah, and then you go to Kingston Mines where we couldn't, Green Mill where we couldn't talk. It was a lot more
wow, I just
expressive jazz where you're it's not following, but maybe they're doing
I also think that blues is comes off from jazz. Jazz was music.
Yeah, it's definitely under the umbrella of jazz. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. I like that. Yeah. So what's the drink? What are you doing?
I'm probably doing whiskey only because, and my thought process is behind it. I don't want to have to drink a bunch of Coors to feel like a good buzz.
Okay.
And if I'm just going to listen to an album,
pressure move. I like
that. If it's 45 minutes to an hour, I'm probably going to have two small glasses of whiskey, but enough to get that buzz, enjoy the music.
I love it.
And then that's it. All other situations, I'm drinking beer.
Where I was going with this was I was thinking a Friday night after a long week. Mm-hmm. I'm not, I 24-hour fast on a Friday, so that first beer hits me like a freaking ton of bricks. But I get what you're saying.
The real question is, what does Chris listen to with Andrew WK?
No, what's a drink with Andrew WK?
Andrew WK, sorry.
Fucking Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, buddy.
Chris is buddy. When it's time to party. This is not a chill night, Chris.
Every time he says party, you gotta take a Jaeger bomb. By the second song, you're shit
Second
faced.
song by the second verse.
No. The first song on his first album or CD is a minute 30 song. So there's no way you're gonna be.
I don't know. If he says party more than 3 times, I might have to tap out.
But
Jaeger bombs.
But yeah, I'm like Joe. If it's a Friday, I'm coming home and I'm just listening to some chill music. I'm gonna have 2 glasses of whiskey, But like that's what I would do. Like my choice, even when I'm coming home and just hanging out on a Friday and I want to drink, I'm gonna grab a glass of whiskey.
Yeah, I could see that with a nice cigar too.
Yep.
But what's if it's not NGWK? Do you have anything that you'd like to listen to?
The Dave Matthews Band.
No, fuck no. Be honest, not really. I mean, there's nothing like out there. Like I feel like
you're getting into a little bit of the.
I feel like I have a very eclectic music taste out of pretty much everybody here except maybe Joe.
I don't know. Which is interesting. I have something to ask.
I mean, Pierre is all over like the genre thing, but like he just kind, I think like it just kind of moods him. Like I feel like Joe has just the most eclectic one. Pat is all Dave Matthews. That's all we know.
Not all Dave.
Pat's just all.
He likes the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, Pat just likes Dave Matthews.
I mean, I've seen Tom Petty. I've seen the Killers.
Yeah, he's just you've seen him, but you're just Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews. Yeah, Joe, what's your question, bud?
So Sarah had this thing through school, like where she works, and it's this little like song competition where people pick songs in a category, and then you kind of vote on them to pick the favorite.
Okay.
But they're all different categories. Like in hers, it's like they recently just did favorite song from an artist who broke out from a group. So like you had some people picking some Michael Jackson stuff, some Beyonce, Justin Timberlake.
It's easy.
Like
Cisco thong song. Move on.
that was one of them. But
Wait,
it's like
he broke out from who?
Drew Hill.
I don't know. Who that
yep,
is.
I didn't know that. So I was like thinking about this.
Pat's music knowledge is fucking out of this world.
Fact right there.
Yeah. So, but I was like, oh, this would be fun. So it's this.
It's gonna be wrong to be an S&P fact. Go ahead.
But all the ladies.
Yeah.
Katrina, Sarah, Lauren, they already know about it. I don't know if you guys would be interested.
Oh, they know about it too.
If they, oh yeah,
because I knew about this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you told us, but
I thought it could be something fun to do, especially because we all have like characterizations of what music we like. Like, oh, it's like Pat is country, Andrew WK is Chris, Dave Matthews is Pat. Sorry, I said Pat, but I meant Peter.
Why?
I meant Peter.
My heart just.
I'm sorry.
So we look so much alike.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Pat keeps telling me I'm so much like him.
It's the.
I'm starting to go to church tomorrow. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna see a therapist. There's something wrong. There's really something wrong.
Yeah, but it's like I really don't know what. Other than these like extreme examples, like I don't know what your taste. Like I don't know anything that Pat likes other than Dave Matthews Band.
I mean, all I like.
Chris,
what
do we sing every Friday night when we used to leave work?
Well, that's okay. So that's a great example, but that's so long ago. I forgot that you liked that song. Like,
yeah, but that's one Eric Church song.
I thought,
like
yeah.
Eric Church songs, actually.
But I thought that could be fun because then we'd each be pulling music.
I am more of a rock guy in general.
From each other's taste because that's where it's going to come from.
Yeah,
and that could be fun to do.
We used to always, when we work in the properties, I listened to all the shit you listen to, and I like that stuff.
Oh,
and we've gone to a bunch of different concerts across multiple genres, but
exactly.
like
I do not like Jimmy Buffett. I can throw that one out there.
Yeah, no, Jimmy Buffett was crap.
Does anybody who went to Jimmy Buffett?
The four of us and Katrina. Yeah, the three of us and Katrina.
When was that?
It was like 18 or 16, or I think it was 16. We did that.
Maybe
it was 16 because 16 we did all those concerts. We had
was it? I thought it was 15 because the Hawks won the Stanley Cup, and I thought the 15 was the last year they won the Stanley Cup.
It was definitely the Stanley Cup year. So
I think it was 15.
Was this at Wrigley?
No, this was in Tinley Park. I think that was the only concert we've ever been to at Tinley Park. It took forever to get in.
I thought you saw another concert at Tinley Park. What's the other one that we saw at the United Center one time? The I Will.
We seen the Killers. We seen
Mumford and Sons. Didn't you see
Mumford and Sons?
We saw them at Montrose Beach.
At Tinley Park.
We saw Mumford and Sons at Montrose Beach and at United Center.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
One of my favorite concerts. I think it was.
That was a pure luck one because they canceled it on. It was a Wednesday night.
Oh, it was so great that they moved to a Friday. It was awesome. I was like, people were so pissed. I'm like, this is great news.
But one of my two favorites were. Foo Fighters at Wrigley and Mumford & Son at Montrose Beach.
Fun story about Montrose Beach. Peter and Chris.
Which one did you like at Wrigley?
What do you mean?
Foo Fighters.
The first one. The first one I can't. I mean, literally, I felt so bad for you because we were a little tipsy. Because the second one was a Sunday. The first one was Saturday.
Yeah.
The fun story about Montrose Beach though is with Peter and Chris are both tall individuals. Like Katrina and I got there, and I'm like 5'9"ish. Katrina's like 5'7", 5'6", maybe shorter than that probably.
Is it seated?
No, it's a big hill and open area, right?
Okay.
So these people camp behind me, and they're like, oh yeah, great spots. We're gonna see these two guys walk up, and you hear the one like, son of a bitch.
You hear that a lot with me and Peter. Like they're like, you guys mind just sitting down? It's like,
No.
What?
Remember we had Zach Brown band. We had
really
we had 6 big, like, tall individuals.
It was me, you, Mike Basso, and Joe. In the section.
And the ladies behind us were like, "Why would you buy these tickets?" And like we all looked at her because we
want good seats too, you asshole.
You should have been like, "Why wouldn't you buy more expensive tickets then?"
Yeah. They were so mad because they could not see over us, which is, I mean, unfortunate.
Well, if you go to like a Billy Joe show where it's sitting down, have like people sitting down the whole show.
Yeah, we did see that too. That was an expensive ticket. How about talking about expensive tickets? Looking at the Hawks, $200. You can buy $200 300.
The 300 level tickets, like anywhere from like row 13 to forward, are like $150. Row 13 back, like where you're like probably looking at the freaking monitor that's up on the stanchion, it's like $75. Why am I going to pay $75 to watch a TV monitor for a hockey game? When I go watch?
You could be there for the ambiance, Chris.
I don't get it either, Joe. Honestly, it's just everything is so expensive. It doesn't make any sense.
I've already explained to you why this is the case, but we don't need to get into that right now.
Why? What? No, go on. Yeah. Oh, because it's people from the suburbs who come to the game, so they think they can charge whatever they want. You're gonna lose people. I mean, that's insane how expensive it is.
It is. I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't take any.
How could you go like? And this sounds like an old man curmudgeon-y thing, but in all honesty, like anybody, $150 to go to a Hawks
I mean,
game
110
from 300 level. Where I mean, it's the atmosphere at Hawks at a hockey game is unbelievable, but it's not worth $150 to be 300 level. When you used to be able to pay $150 to be like pretty good seats.
Yeah, because I went to a game. I think it was right. It was when they went after it was right after the first cup. I think I was like 4 rows from the ice, and it was
nice.
It was like $200 for that seat.
I'm sure now it's like worth like $500.
It's got to be $500. I mean, you can find $200 300 level tickets right now. That's insane. But you know what's funny? I listen to the podcast all the time, and I pick up on things that I say. I say like way too much. I say way too much, and then like you said, I mumble.
You putz around.
You're like Mrs. Sola back in the day in our religion class.
Yes, and so I try to, when I'm listening to talking now, I'm trying to like kind of catch those, just to be a better speaker. It's not even about, I don't care that the podcast, who cares what people think. We've only gotten 4 thumbs downs, ladies and gentlemen, which you can check us out on YouTube's.
On the YouTubes.
Just subscribe, ladies.
Forever on the YouTubes.
We want subscriptions.
Do we want to start with, Chris, you want to come up with some Tig Ol Bitties? Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Listening to the podcast, you could be making money. We're giving out winners every week. We got the Joe C. Lock of the Century
of the week,
presented by Patrick McGraw. Patrick Lynch last week, getting you a win. We got Joe 2-1.
That was as bad as Peter as Joe called you.
No, it's not. It's a compliment if you got called Sexy Pepsi.
Pepsi just graduated college.
Oh yeah,
right?
same.
Dude,
listen,
that's fucking awesome.
The guy,
I was so happy to see that.
Yeah. Oh, he was so excited too. And it sucks that when you own your own business and you're hustling to make something of yourself. Sometimes you got to miss some things, and this one was one that kind of sucked.
We got to see it on the screen though.
It was nice that it looks like it was broadcast on some level, either on the internet or something.
Yeah, so we were able to watch it.
So awesome.
Paul's feature's a little janky though.
Yeah. So listen, they didn't know what Pat was gonna little Pat was gonna be. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're struggling out there, we're not a pick you up type of podcast, but if you honestly put in the work, there's a lot of things you can do, and there's a lot, like Chris at 330 pounds, running at 40-minute 5K, dropping 130 pounds and running it in 25 minutes. You got a guy who put his mind to it and got a college degree. Things are, you just gotta. It's unfortunate. Sometimes it's hard, and people don't like to put the work in. But if you put the work in, you're gonna see results. And the best quote I heard this week is, damn it, what was it? It was hard luck lucky, which means you're working so hard, you're getting lucky, quote unquote lucky.
Hard luck lucky.
Okay. Hard luck. Hard working work. Lucky.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And so working hard, you're getting all these lucky things. In reality, you're working your ass off and you're getting things done, and good things are happening for you.
Well, Bert Kreischer kind of talked on that.
Yes,
in the last week.
Yeah, that's what
he was. Okay. He was originally.
Absolutely, it was Bert.
He was not. Yeah. He was picking on. Why can't I think of his name? one of the top comedians in the world right now, Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah.
And he's like Kevin Hart can't not admit that he's lucky. Like he's and it got him a lot of flack. It got him a lot of flack because he's like, you know, everybody's like, he's working so hard, he's doing all these movies. He's like, yeah, but you have to admit that there's luck. Luck is a huge part of that.
Yeah.
And now he's coming around saying, hey, what I said about Kevin Hart, I do think, but I do realize that you have to put in the hard work
to get lucky.
Yeah. Because you're not just you're not going to go with no work, get lucky, and then strike it. It's like you have to put in the work in order for when that opportunity comes that you're ready to, you know, take it on and use it to its full potential.
Yep, exactly. And Bobby Lee was talking about this. It was a little different, but he was talking about how in L.A. he has so much opportunity to do things. Bobby Lee was in a Eminem music video.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Insane.
That is pretty nice.
Okay, so because we're on a little bit of a time crunch today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's pop the champagne, Chris. Joe, this is your
Tig Ol Bitties away, Chris.
Tig Ol Bitties away.
I'm gonna only do 3.
Okay.
So that we can keep it short.
All right.
First one is Denver and Pittsburgh are 2 of 4 teams to go under in every game this season, along with the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots.
I like that.
The Chargers have gone under every game?
Under every game.
Interesting.
Wait, so can you say it one more time?
Can you break that down
Denver
for me?
and Pittsburgh are 2 of 4 teams to go under in every game this season, along with Los Angeles Chargers and New England Patriots.
Okay,
so
that
means,
so do you think, and is that tidbit more of a like, hey, these are the 2 teams they think you could do
Denver and
again.
Pittsburgh are playing against each other.
Oh.
Take the under.
Oh, okay, see, I like that, and that's a great tip.
Does that tip mean, or does that stat mean that previously both of those teams have been in games where they've been under whatever?
They give you a point total that they think that both teams are going to score for the game, and Denver and Pittsburgh have both come under that total in all their games so far this season. And Denver's playing Pittsburgh this week, so it's highly likely that.
Also, Denver, I believe, has a backup quarterback going.
Yeah. So it's highly likely that the under is going to come in through this game.
Woo, Joe, baby!
Number 2. New Orleans Saints are 1-point favorite at the Washington football team. The underdog.
Sorry.
New Orleans Saints are 1-point favorite at the Washington football team. The underdog has won outright in every New Orleans game this season.
Oh yeah.
So it would sound like you take Washington in this game.
You know what?
I like that. Okay.
What's the point spread?
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, no, I was just going to say, listening to last week's podcast, it surprised me. It surprised me that you guys didn't like the New Orleans stadium itself.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, I don't go to a lot of football games, but I thought
I might be a snob. Because we come from such classic stadiums in Chicago.
I mean, we definitely have like a theme going on in Chicago.
The Flying Saucer's so great.
It's still pretty classic.
The fact that they're older, they have a lot of character.
Yeah, and that reminds me of the Allstate Arena. Like, you remember the Allstate? The Allstate sucks.
Wasn't as bad as the Allstate Arena. The Allstate Arena, you only get like certain sections, like upstairs.
When you go to the upper deck and you can't get around the upper deck.
Yeah, you can only go up certain. You have to go up certain stairs to get to your spot. And then the last one is New England versus Houston. Is currently the lowest over under of the season, currently 40 points. The lowest total entering this week is 41.5 done 4 times this year. The under is 15-5 when the total is 45 and below, and that's pretty much it.
So 15-5 when it's on.
So
you're saying hit the under.
Yeah, so literally like they don't think that Houston and New England is going to score over 40 points this week. And the under is 15-5 in games where the under's under 45.
Wow. That's a very interesting fact. I would have gone the opposite.
Right? I would have thought 40 points, you're taking the over.
Okay. And then what? The other one was who's playing New Orleans?
The Washington football team. New Orleans on the road, and you take Washington because of the underdog.
Here's your part, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, we're making you money. Here's how you're gonna make some money. You're gonna take the under on the Denver-Pittsburgh game. You're going to take Washington to win. And you're going to take the under on the New England-Houston game.
And what Pierre just told you, you're going to do the exact opposite.
And you'll be listening to this Monday afternoon, so you won't get any of that to do.
No, I'll tweet that out. I'll tweet that out at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And everybody will be able to we'll be able to get on that.
And Pierre will reimburse all of your losses.
No.
That is not, no.
Pat had his
like now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the Joe C. Lock of the century. of the week.
Week 5 edition.
Windy City Stud edition.
We are 3-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let me just say real quick so we can drink these. Cheers.
Oh, yes.
Cheers.
Why
to
do
you
I
guys.
have a half glass of this?
Very,
There's a little bit of bubbly.
very lucky to have. I just want to say this. Very lucky to have great friends like you guys. I truly, truly am.
We're just super happy for you, Joe.
I'm not gonna say my
We're
thoughts.
real pieces of shit. So that's
honestly, you take us from there.
You
we
say
were
that.
scum of the bottom. We
You
were
probably do
barrels.
better, Joe. You probably do better.
You say that,
Yeah.
but like.
No, you
Joe,
really
we've
could.
out-punted our kick coverage.
You know what?
Friend.
When they see-
Your punt coverage hasn't
When
even made
people
down
meet
the
us,
field yet.
literally, when people meet us and they see you, it's like a very ugly guy with a very hot chick. They're like, how is this possible?
I'm not gonna get too dark, but like when I was sick this weekend, I did get like very worried, given the whole like
We all did.
Climate. It really did make me think for the times that I was awake and conscious. But it really made me appreciate and truly again realize. I mean, it comes up, but like it's like I'm very lucky to have great friends like you guys.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for this.
I still don't understand why I got a half glass of this crap.
You're
Well,
crap, so.
you look thirsty.
Yeah.
You're gaunt, Chris. You need to eat. You need.
It's because you
Did you finish your beer or did you just toss it?
I toss it.
Hit me with that lock, Joe, baby.
All right. The New England Patriots are gonna topple the Texans.
I like it.
Are you taking the points or you just...
Oh no.
That is your
Joe
C.
doesn't do points.
Lock of the century of the week.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here. It's a little bit of a quicker one. We appreciate you guys checking us out. You can reach us at the SMPpodcast@gmail.com or Twitter, Instagram, podcast SMP. You got anything you want to talk about? Let us know. We'd love to hear it. I'm sorry I'm burping like the Bubbly is feeling real good.
Hey, the Bubbly's doing its job.
It's doing its job, man. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Listen, let me talk to you people real quick for a second. Send our boy Joe some congratulations on the Instagrams and the Twitters. Leave some comments in the YouTube comments. Do it for Joe. Congrats, Joe. Bye.